Why certain phenomena exist or occur requires critical thinking and a systems thinking approach. If a certain feature is conserved, it signifies that it is essential for survival. This feature could be a physical structure, a color, a trait, or even a phenomenon. Every environment demands certain essential features, and these demands are constantly changing. There may be other associated features that influence the fitness of an organism or entity. How do we reason with the existence of certain features in an ever-changing world? How can we predict the consequences of changes in conditions for an entity? Evolutionary thinking applies principles from the theory of evolution to understand biology, behavior, psychology, culture, and society. It explores how our ancestral past has shaped our cognitive abilities, social behaviors, emotions, and decision-making in human behavior. It also extends to cultural and social phenomena, examining the evolution of cultural practices, beliefs, and norms, and their influence on human behavior and society. By considering the role of evolution and natural selection, evolutionary thinking provides a framework for understanding various phenomena, allowing for deeper insights into the natural world and our place within it. The only constant in life is change. Heraclitus, 500 BC. Change is happening everywhere in the universe over time. The universe, Earth, the human body, the genome of every organism, mountains, molecules, and everything we know are constantly changing. Our brains, emotions, opinions, language, beliefs, and thoughts are also changing. Those that can adapt will persist longer, while the unchanging will perish. As humans, we try to perceive and understand these changes, making note of how they happen and attempting to predict the type and degree of change taking place. Darwin's theory of evolution is based on changes. It is essentially the reciprocal change in species over generations, depending on changes in external parameters such as the environment or stimulus. For example, changes in food habits could change the beak shape of finches, and changes in weather could cause physiological changes in organisms. However, these changes occur through random variation, and only the individuals with the best fit survive the changes in the environment. The process of evolving involves the selection of individuals within a species that have appropriate reciprocal changes to the changes in their environment. This form of thinking is known as evolutionary thinking, which is a fluid way of thinking that takes into account the possibility of changes. Darwin himself underwent a transformation in his thinking, overcoming cognitive biases and fears to present the truth about the origin of species to the world. His ability to change his opinions based on vast evidence deserves credit. An evolutionary is a broad category for a new type of thinker and way of thinking about the world. An evolutionary is informed by the radical knowledge that we live in a dynamic, changing, evolving universe instead of a static, fixed, unchanging one. In discipline after discipline, stasis is giving way to change, fixity is giving way to flow, form is giving way to process, as a way to describe reality. That may sound abstract, but when it comes to thinking about things like human psychology and cultural development, this understanding is actually quite important. Carter Phipps. At the core of evolutionary thinking is the ability to deal with uncertainty. Change brings about uncertainty, which can lead to feelings of discomfort, instability, and anxiety. What do you do when you do not know what might happen? Dealing with uncertainty is challenging and requires a calm mind and a resilient spirit, as we need to cultivate intellectual stoicism.